this a POV demo for him. We can kind of watch him, what he does, and then see what he's doing in relation to his team, maybe what they called to him. Let's see what they do on pistol round. We'll actually go half speed for this so we can kind of see what they're doing, slow motion style here. So obviously they're setting up. They have two smokes and flashes. I'm assuming an A hit. They're gonna smoke stairs and jungle maybe, and then do the push CT. So line up for smokes. Obviously the CT smoke it off here, trying to stop that A rush in case the T's try and rush out. They have one guy, Alu, coming up here to watch the walkthrough of the smoke, and the rest of them set up. I mean, Kerrigan and Kiyoshima are ready to go out. They're not gambling for this palace push. They're not trying to go out palace. They're just doing this straight up just A take, right out ramp. See what aizy throws. Okay, so he smokes off top connector. Another one lands CT, so we'll just rewind it. So they smoke off, I didn't know that. So they smoke off CT and jungle, basically, like top connector, and they fight jungle. They do it pretty fast. They wait for that smoke to die, basically. And on the tail end of this smoke down here that the CT's through, that's when they're starting to execute their style. And I'm assuming whoever the rain throws the CT smoke. So he comes over, throws a smoke. Flash for CT. Sandwich, he flashes jungle as well. So basically all wide peek. Trades. Oh, Jesus. So Phelps just hit a ridiculous shot. So that round, you can see basically what's happening. We'll like go back through it really quick and just, it's pretty important because it's pistol round. Other smokes. I mean, they're basically just using this smoke connector to pinch off the rotate, and they're trying to attack A. And they do a good job of trading in the beginning, but the far distance kind of takes a little bit. So you can see, we'll turn it down a little bit. You see aizy throws the pop flash for jungle, so the rest of these guys can wide peek out here. He gets the guy triple, they push out from the CT smoke, comes and trades bolts right here. So right now, they came out a ramp. They killed the guy that rotated a push out of CT here, killed him triple. They got the guy that traded him under sight. I think they got one at jungle or stairs as well. So now it's 3 versus 2. All that CTs have left really is Steel, who rotated from B, and Phelps, who's at jungle. And Phelps obviously, okay, so you could say maybe these unnecessary peaks are losing them the round because they see, you know, they've already killed 2 in sight. They basically have it. They don't know if there's another one CT, so they're trying to, you know, clear themselves off, get as many numbers as they can. What's up, Steps? And then, I mean, I'm assuming it looks like Rain peeks Phelps when he shouldn't, while aizy's under here. Kiyoshima goes to triple to peek the stairs guy, and aizy is shot on the ladder by Phelps. That's pretty crazy. So then Alu and Kiyoshima just crossfire this, checking CT. They know he's not there. Phelps sneaks up. Ooh. Steel had a ridiculous tournament, to be honest. Dude, the dinosaur cursor wins all. Pretty sure he gets this kill too, yeah. Nuts, and he picks up the kit and he gets a defuse. So, I mean, in terms of aizy, he didn't really do anything wrong. He really did his job that round. He ran out, ramp, killed the guy triple, traded the guy's sight. Thank you for the follow. And immediately, you know, he strays up the ladder to peek jungle, and it's very, very hard to expect people to hit that shot when you're walking up the ladder and they're like peeking you from jungle. Usually from the jungle they'd be peeking something else, but it happened that his teammates couldn't see the guy jungle, or Phelps had just killed Rain in sight, so maybe he went over to check balcony, saw aizy's head at the top, and just clicked and hit it. It's pretty unfortunate for aizy, but what can you do? So looks like second round they got bombed down. They know they want to buy the third round, but you have enough money, you can usually buy a pistol and still be able to full buy the next round. So you can see pretty much everyone got pistols. aizy's got a Deeg, P250s, no Tech 9. And they're pretty much just doing a B split, it looks like. Or maybe they're going to stay top mid and go 3 underpass to mid. We will see. So we have aizy and Rain up here. 3 just rushing underpass, it looks like, to go middle. Yeah, so we're just trying to fast mid pinch here. aizy's going to help his team. Watch the angles. They know one's cat now. Yeah. I love my dinosaur cursor. If you got a normal cursor, you're boring. Okay, so aizy's basically just looking for Phelps still. They know he killed his teammate earlier from cat with an M4. And aizy's got the gun, or the pistol, sorry, to kind of play the distance game, so he's watching it for his team. Now, whoever this is over here, Kyoshima obviously has been holding a ramp the whole time. He's saying to aizy, hey, I'm like walked up a ramp and I don't hear anything right now. You should come over to A. They didn't really have a choice anyway because they'd been killed from cat. They didn't have mid control. They're kind of just hanging back. So they're just waiting for his teammate now. Still got plenty of time. Kyoshima is actually lit anyway, so he probably fought this A guy already and then just hid. I'm assuming. Yeah, Henny's just playing. He's also lit. I think they probably just lit each other up. Okay, nice shot from Lucas. He is bugged. Dang. See, it's crazy because these first 2 rounds are pretty dominating. Like, they've only gotten a few kills on the FaZe side. This is not that uneven, but okay, so buy round now. The obviously the CTs know that, like, from what what happened first round because they got the plant on the pistol round, and because of how they bought second round, the CTs know what's going down. They know that the T's are buying. FaZe's just making a really crazy mid play. Oh my gosh. He knows he's in the smoke. Gets killed by his teammate. Okay, we'll reanalyze that real quick. Hold on. He basically just uses nades to get around, and he didn't know they were pushing up mid at all until he jumped down, which is the craziest part. That's pretty ballsy though. It's interesting because if someone's peeking like the really narrow window angle to cat, then he can get fucked by it, but the flash will get him if he's just peeking out window looking at the smoke. It's not bad. So we'll have time here. So he's literally the only one going. So essentially what their strat is 4 people are running A, 2 and 2 split. I don't know if Kerrigan will throw a smoke or not, probably. And then aizy's just going mid by himself. So when he gets mid, his teammate's already throwing top mid smoke. aizy throws a molly for window, runs up, throws a cat smoke, and then he's flashing off the right wall so it lands in the middle. You can see right here. Finds these guys on mid ramp, and he just jumps down as this smoke's popping. You know what's messed up too? Did he mean to throw that smoke? Did he throw that smoke into mid? Did he mean to throw that cat? I want to see that now. So he comes up. Teammate's already thrown top mid. Does a flash. Molly's window. Okay. Throws a smoke. He meant to throw that cat, I'm pretty sure. And it bounced off the pole and went down mid. So that actually worked out so crazy in his favor because Henny immediately lost vision. He kills Henny. And then whoever this is, Phelps, is caught in the smoke. Thinks he can see him, shoots, and now he gives away his position. I mean, it doesn't matter in the end for Phelps because Bolts comes and peeks it, but that's huge for aizy to distract that much. Pull 3 people towards mid and kill 1. All while the rest of his 4 teammates are like all splitting in A. You have 2 palace and 2 ramp. That's perfect mid distraction. And all it took was a teammate throwing a mid smoke and then all the rest running A. And aizy just does the rest of it by himself. That's partly, I don't know, it's one of 2 things. It's partly just an aggressive play by FaZe themselves. Like maybe it's what they're really familiar with and comfortable with doing on a 3rd round buy. But it also could be they've, you know, studied a little bit of, oh geez, I thought he was gonna get that kill. Of, Immortals demos, or maybe Robin, their coach, did. So maybe they were familiar with what they did on their 3rd rounds. It's possible as well. And Kerrigan's obviously a very smart in-game leader, so he could have called that. You never know. But back to aizy. He's right now 3 and 3. You can see he's already getting up there. Everyone's pretty even though, for the most part. This is a close game for the first 3 rounds. So they know that Immortals still has enough money to buy based on the last buy. A few of them had M4s, but 2 of them had SMG still they had saved. So it's safe to assume if you're on T side, you buy 3rd round, you don't go up against full guns and ops and everything, that you're gonna have a gun again, or you're gonna go up against guns again for 4th round. So it seems like, we can pause it real quick. Seems like it's a basic default. They leave bomb and spawn. Rain's watching a ramp push. Kerrigan goes palace. Alu's sitting back here watching the mid push, and these 2 are working B halls. Very, very simple. I think most of it is to figure out for FaZe if they want to, like, basically trying to figure out the buy from Immortals, and also figuring out if Immortals is going to go aggressive now that they got aggressed upon the first gun round, or whatever you want to call it, half buy round. So Keo just making noise B. And because you can see, obviously, aizy's watching the underpass push, because Alu's the only person watching mid, sitting back here just watching for the push. So he knows, aizy knows that all of mid's open. These guys could jump out window. Like these guys right here could jump off cat, jump out window, and go underpass at any time. So they're just kind of waiting here. And Alu hasn't even peeked mid yet. So that's interesting. Like these guys are obviously supposed to take the contact, but the way that they did it, Alu was all the way far back mid. I mean, it's possible it could be like a sneaky play to try and see if they don't watch underpass, you could just walk out and kill someone. It's watching like top mid, either connector or maybe up mid, but it's pretty fucking risky. So aizy knows there's one window, kills Henny. Didn't have an op, but that's a really good kill. And he now has connector control. So he's staying on his right side in case there's a guy cat. He's gonna smoke off jungle, splashing jungle. He's gonna peek cat while he goes probably, I'm assuming. And actually, they have control of A, and his teammate cleared CT already down here. You can see Rain has CT control. So I'm assuming once Rain said, "Oh, I have CT control," Rain, or this is why aizy just smoked off jungle and said, "Well, I'll just stay here and watch in case they try to jump off cat, jump out window." It's a really smart play from him, not over aggressing. He knows where they are, but he's not like taking the fight when he doesn't need to, you know. He stays at the angle where he's like in the most advantage. I think a lot of people would say that's why he's probably considered one of the most consistent players at the top level. That, of course, and because of his aim. But when you couple the really good aim with playing smart and using your team and communicating, it makes it even better. So Phelps and Steel save, but you can see the rest of their money is fuck city. FaZe's money is already pretty good. So really good 2 rounds from them. See what they try and do here. So they're basically like, Henny and Lucas are full saving. Bullet's got a P250, and then the 2 gunners are just chilling, like they're keeping their money as well. So doing another sort of default, you can see Rain over with the bombs just listening for the A push, seeing if they push ramp or palace right away. The rest of them are staying top mid, waiting to see if they're going aggressive at all, and then I'm assuming they're just going to burst out mid when they're ready to go and use their timing. Okay, so they had Kyoshima from B Halls, so that window smoke. Once that window smoke pops, or just to show it from like a angle that everyone can relate to or like understand it better. Show it from here. So Rain goes over there to watch for the push or listen for the push. 3 of them sit mid. You can see right here they flash the push for window, or the peek for window and the push for mid. And they all just kind of sit here. They're not over peeking mid, they're just peeking like maybe connector, that area, just sitting here. And then Kyoshima throws his smoke, lands B halls, or from B halls lands window. Once that pops, that's when they're comfortable taking mid. They flash out, they know they can't get opt, they know they can't get, you know, over peeked from window and cat. aizy throws his top connector smoke. They re-smoke window again. They're just getting full mid control at this point. So he gets a flash for connector peek, clean connector. At this point, FaZe knows that Immortals doesn't have a ton of money anyway, just because they've bought the last 2 rounds before this. But obviously, they did save 2 guns, so that's why they're being a little bit more careful. And that wasn't necessarily a bad play by aizy in my opinion. He was trying to get back to watch the flank, but Steel had a pretty good position and timing on it. and just caught aizy out of control, or out of position, I guess. And it seems like it's gonna come back to bite them because they'll probably lose this round. I don't remember. Oh yeah, they do lose this round. I remember this. So it does come back to bite them. I mean, realistically, if aizy was able to stay alive, well, let's go back and see what happened to him one more time. Because he was able to stay alive, he probably would have been able to help way more for the post plant setup they had. Because it seems like they got just overwhelmed. But we'll see. So he comes up, waits for the connector smoke from Keo. Well, it looks like Rain threw a... Oh, let me see that. Rain actually, or whoever was A. Someone threw a connector smoke before they actually went mid. Interesting. Okay, so aizy throws another top connector smoke, flashes cat, comes over here. We saw this already. Peeks connector, clears connector. Okay, so then at this point, once it's clear connector, that's when they're like, hey, we're gonna hit cat. But that, obviously, Phelps makes the play right here, where he knows they're going cat already. He hears that there's one staggered mid who had just cleared connector. He could probably hear all that going on through the smoke, and just kind of used his timing and on a nice pop flash out mid. Screw aizy over. So, nice play by Phelps. Kind of bad timing by aizy, but he was doing the right thing. He cleared connector. He made the presence for those guys to be at A still, for his teammates to go with cat and take B. So he didn't necessarily do the wrong thing. He just didn't get the kill. It would have been very hard for him to know that Phelps was going to use that timing anyway. Like I said, it's just a good play by Phelps for the most part. Alright. So they know they're going up against a full buy. So they're going back to their default. They smoke top mid. Rain goes to listen at A. And Keo and aizy do their normal thing B. You can see Immortals is being really aggressive. Pushed out cat, peeking connector, like on top of cat. Oh, and that's just really, really sloppy by Henny. I remember watching the match live, and I'm pretty sure Henny like tried to peek the smoke as a one-way or peek over the smoke on the window railing. And once he missed, he was afraid of dying and just jumped down, assuming that he would be fine for underpass. The only cover he had is really stupid, because the only cover he had is the guy up there. But how's that guy gonna clear underpass for you to jump down, dude? Just not necessary risk, especially when the money's this tight. Like, you lost 2 rounds in a row, you just won with 3 people alive on a like sort of save, sort of eco, and then you do that shit. Sure, if you get the kill, maybe it's worth, but the odds are just not in his favor for that. So, pretty easy for them. They go mid, get the kills, kill connector, and they take cat in the meantime. aizy, instead of going out mid, like, that was really smart by him, because while all this is happening, if he wasn't there and ready for that, Henny would have got away with it. He probably would have just jumped out window, not seen anyone underpass, and then gone back up connector, and there's no like death because of his mistake. But because aizy's sitting there being patient, he capitalizes on the mistake. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. He goes under. Henny's up on the windowsill. You can see him. He shoots, drops down. So aizy takes advantage. So while this is happening, you can see he's sitting here. 2 teammates top mid. Keo and Rain in their respective spots in the default. They're just playing retake A at this point for Immortals, but they just get overpowered at cat, it seems like. So yeah, Rain gets the one guy at A. Steele and Phelps are forced to make a play. You can see this whole time aizy's just sitting here. He knows that they're up on cat. He's already heard footsteps. He knows they were a connector and everything. But Rain's just doing work at himself by A. aizy stays underpass, and in the meantime, Alu and Keo already out B. So that's just really, really good calling by Kerrigan as well, but good awareness by aizy to not be over aggressive. He sits underpass, gets the kill on Henny as he falls out window, and then just sits and waits while his teammates, Rain basically says, there's no one watching A, and probably, like, this is what I'm assuming he's saying, not in such words, but saying, I'm gonna walk out A, there's no one watching me. Gets the kill on Lucas CT, walks out further, gets another kill jungle. So it forces the CTs. Their teammates are dying to A to one guy. They don't know if there's more than one guy there behind them. They don't know shit. They just have to be like, okay, well, let's stack up on cat, and I guess someone like rotate like jungle or CT or something. But as soon as they do, they just get screwed over by it. So yeah, again, good patience from aizy. Well noted. So I guess Immortals just goes for a full force buy? Yeah, literally all their money. I guess they're assuming because they won the round before and then 2 of the people died on FaZe the round, like that last round, maybe they can break their money, but honestly I don't know. I think this is a very greedy buy from Immortals. Sorry, I should have paused it. But it's a greedy buy from Immortals. They don't have any money to, like, they have enough money to get some guns, but definitely not enough guns, not much utility. They have like 1 molly, 2 smokes. I guess that's decent utility, but not really. Not up against full guns and armor and utility on the other side. Anyway. So Keo walks up a ramp, Rain doing the normal thing, Palace. That's like his home. And then the other 2 are just working mid the whole time. You can see Kerrigan always likes, like in his strats for Mirage on T side, he always likes to use connector a lot. And it is really powerful. As long as you have good cover at middle and good utility use, it's usually really powerful. And he does it at the right times as well. Yeah, Immortals is just hitting nutty pistol shots because of CSGO. aizy tries to plant for cat, or sorry, plant for like a ramp, but gets op from cat. I don't even think they knew that Phelps had an op there. So that's pretty unfortunate. Keo 2v3, Keo kills CT guy. Yeah, at this point he's like assuming there's maybe 1 more CT, but they know there's at least 1 jungle connector, so they're kind of playing time here. Ali knows he's getting aggressed on. Keo's the main part here. It's his timing that he uses. Yeah, and there we go. So Phelps dropped the op to try and wait for a peek, but the crossfire and timing by Keo and Ali was just really, really, really good. Especially that smoke by Keo. If there was a guy CT, that smoke would have saved him because the guy can't peek him. He can't know what angle to shoot at. He could have just had to spam smoke and give his angle or his position away. Yeah, really strong. Obviously, Keo heard him pick up the op. It's not the worst thing in the world. They know, like, FaZe knows that Immortals just 4-spot, and, you know, them, like, Immortals saving 1 op out of all that isn't, like, the biggest deal in the world. So at this point, it's only 4-3. But it's a really good scoreline for T's. Oh yeah, he's just hamming up the eco frags. He loves that mid peak anyway. He's always really, really confident. So it's not a bad idea. Yep. Except teammates window smoke miss, so aizy throws his. It's gonna flash connector. Oh man, is this the round that Henny just goes crazy at connector, or just save it or something? I can't remember. So many games this weekend. But that was just really standard mid take from aizy. They know that they have to save. They know that there can be 1 op, but they have a smoke top mid, so aizy's just going out to mainly peek the mid push. Could also be that Kerrigan called it because he knew that when Immortal saves a gun, they like to do like a aggressive strat like mid or B or A, so you never know. In that case, you have to be on the comms to actually know for sure, but they know that one has an op that they saved from the last round. Yeah, they go walk hunting for him. It's not the biggest deal in the world. They still have like a ton of money for T side, and like I was saying, the reason that, like, even though the score is not that one-sided, it's only 5-3. The best thing for FaZe is that they've like totally money flugged Immortals. They, like, Immortals won pistol on a defuse, won the 2nd round, and then lost 2 in a row. I think to an to the 3rd round buy, and then won a round on an eco, and then immediately lost after that. So it's like on CT, that's like the worst thing that can happen to you economy-wise, because then usually everyone's stuff is uneven. You don't have bonuses. You just have like low money the whole time until eventually you get one, you know, buy round. And if you fail that round, then it's just more of a snowball effect. Your money's even more fucked. So Immortals calls a timeout. I'm assuming it's because they bought, you know, they want to figure out what they're doing wrong and how they can fix it. So essentially what they're doing is leaving mid completely open. They know that FaZe loves to work mid. They know that they work connector. That's really interesting by Bolts. I don't know why. Should we look at that? I feel like I should. Oh damn. aizy just got pre-fired. Okay, hold on. I want to see Bolts' POV and see why he thought that was a good idea at all. Because from aizy, like from aizy's POV, he's just kind of like walking up connector and that shit happens. He's like, oh, okay. I guess it's a free kill. Fast forward. Come on, come on. There's Bolts. Okay, so we'll go half speed. So you can see from aizy's screen, I'll watch it down here. Henny's up here and throws a smoke. He's playing triple. So Bolts is standing over here. Henny says, oh, I'll throw a smoke for you. So maybe it's Henny's fault. Bolts Molly's left palace, but Rain and aizy are already in front of this smoke. And once that smoke pops, yeah, that's what happens. Is Bolts thinks, like if you're playing Bolts position in that POV, you're gonna think to yourself, oh, this is clear, like it's smoked off. I'm just gonna jump across, but they were already up the smoke, so that more than anything, that goes to aizy and Rain for being on point, but like just walking up really fast. And Steel just pre-fires that angle. It is a pretty common angle, but like I said, it could also be that they watch the demos and know that aizy and FaZe members like to play that a lot. So after that, he kind of has to. Ooh, Jesus. After Steel killed aizy, he kind of had to make a play because, I mean, they were still down in numbers, and the T's all knew where they were, and he knew there were more around him. So if he falls back, it's pretty pointless. His teammates aren't in good positions to make plays. He just kind of has to keep going with what he started. It's rough for them. And that whole situation was really because aizy and Rain went down mid really fast, walked up, and just like Immortals just left mid completely open. That was like they took their time out, and their idea was let's just leave mid open, give them mid, and we'll play the sites, and maybe have one like over by connector spotting it. But it was probably not the wisest. At least the way that they played it. Not the idea couldn't necessarily be the worst idea, but for them to just be that careless about it on such an important round is very, very scary. So you can see aizy's just this top mid guy. Even while they're working A, aizy's just kind of like depending on killing the rotates, the peaks. And if anyone tries to flank by pushing at mid going T-spawn, or if they push out B-halls and go T-spawn, he'll be able to hear footsteps. He's an aimer. He goes mid for the aimers. Steel knows he's dinged. He's probably going to try to come peek him. But he gets ripped. It don't matter. Okay. So 7-3, no timeout. FaZe has to know it's a buy round. See what they end up doing. I'm assuming it's going to be more of the same default. aizy going mid a lot or underpass. So he's going mid. His teammate smoked top mid. He's throwing his connector molly and window smoke. Just a really fast going up cat using his utility to get up. Really, really nice play by him. The second one I don't know about because, I don't know, he didn't see that guy in connector. He wouldn't have known that the second guy would be at the same exact angle. So it's not like ignorant of him. But if I was aizy going that fast, that aggressive, and knowing that I'm going to pull all the attention towards me, I think it would have been wiser to just immediately jump into ladder after that kill. Because aizy was trying to get up cat and go into actual cat or get right area while he had already killed one mid and was already taking all the attention with his nades and his running up cat. I don't know, maybe he didn't have time. And he's pretty much like, he's the distraction. Their strat was, let's throw top mid smoke and go B. aizy, go run up cat and do your thing. Yeah, and there's one walking A, probably Rain. Yeah, it is Rain. So aizy turns, gets a nice kill. But as soon as he wide peeks it like that, he gets back into the crosshair day. And because he knew that the smoke wasn't that good, that's just a little greedy. It's not, I don't know. It's not necessarily greedy because his team is going B. Like he doesn't want to sit here and not do anything necessarily if he doesn't know where the CTs are and his team's going B. But it's pretty risky to just like kill a guy and then keep running up cat when your teammates haven't taken contact B or like fought a guy yet. Because usually like on T side, contact with your team should give everything away. If your teammate's getting contact, then you're more likely to not find people or find someone who's off guard, you know? If your teammate's not fighting anyone and your teammate's walking up for free, you're most likely getting looked at. You're most likely getting peeked on, and you're gonna have people watching you. Like I like throws that smoke and then runs up the box. I haven't done that. So Kiyoshima got pushed B halls. Reason for that being, I'm sure Immortals called it, which is smart. They know that Kiyoshima, like on FaZe's default, Kiyoshima's been going B halls every single time by himself, just spamming and making noise. So I'm sure they had to push B halls, kill him, and then fall back. So smart play by them. Then obviously at that point, Kerrigan had called, okay, well, Rain lurks saved around anyway. Let's just go away and leave AZ mid. So again, for AZ, just more of this aim mapping, just tracker life. Kind of misses the spray a bit there. Not the worst, but not the best. So Morals gets another one. So FaZe takes timeout. So they're basically now FaZe is saying, okay, Immortals has made these adjustments. We don't want them to get too much money. Especially that last round was a little bit of like a counter strat for Immortals. You know, they pushed and killed Kyo because they knew they was doing it on their default. So for FaZe at that point, it's a good time for them to take a timeout. Like good call by Kerrigan to say, okay, we need to change a little bit or at least consider what they're doing. Let's take some time. So AZ's leaving mid now. Just gonna watch the push, I guess. Instead of playing up top mid like he has been. And you can see the CTs are still playing it like they would be if AZ was top mid. But Kenny's looking up here for him. He's waiting behind the boxes and he has another teammate in connector. So he's conditioned them to play very careful at mid. It's good. Oh wait, there's like a bitrate graph now on dashboard. I didn't know they had that. That's dope. Alright, so they're gonna do B execute, I guess. It's actually a good call. They haven't done anything B really yet. See where smoke lands in sight, I guess. Yep. Okay, it's actually a fake then. Oh, this is good. Damn, he hits that shot. Quick shot by him. So I mean, basically their plan was fake B, send one, making like running B, making noise, and then the rest of us are gonna run under past the connector. They did catch out whoever was in mid. I think it's Phelps up mid ramp, but because that guy Cat was still there, not pushed up, he was able to like rotate really quickly. It was Henny. So then 2v3. I don't remember what happens. Oh shit. Did Ali win this? No, he didn't win it. Interesting. So yeah, that's not really a bad play necessarily, but they just didn't hit the shots. Like they didn't get the trades that they needed. Henny was able to get more than one kill from the same spot on Cat. It makes it hard for them. Especially if you're trying a big play like faking B and then going up connector. You have to get the entries on that to really make it work. Otherwise it's like running into a wall and they like fast flank you, push everywhere. Alright, so I still have enough money to full buy. They come and get mid control and they're just kind of saying like, you know, what's up dudes, we're middle. Come peek us. Obviously the other default, I mean, But the other part of their default is still the same. Rain at A, Keo at B, and Keo coming underpass. So it looks like they're just going for mid control, trying to decide. You know, these guys keep peeking cat, keep coming connector. We can punish them most likely. So Ali gets the leg on Henny, nades him. And they straight up just say, okay, we're gonna sprint up connector on and smoke. Which is really, really smart. I mean, FaZe gets these kills is huge. Here we go. 2v1. Ooh, that's scary. He saw his barrel. Oh, fuck. Damn, what a heartbreaker round. They should have won that round. But the call was really good. They had mid control. They had the normal default of Keo going B, Rain going A. I'm gonna pause it. So, okay, overview wise. So they had 3 people going out here, chilling out mid, being like, "What's up? We're out here. Come fuck with us." Because they know that people like they've smoke off window anyway. They've been playing one cat like pretty much every time, either Phelps or Henny, and then they've been playing one connector or stairs pretty much every time as well. They have Keo going B every time, which that one time he got pushed, like double pushed by Immortals. So instead of actually sitting B halls and shooting at anything, he just goes straight to underpass now and comes mid with the other 3 guys. And Rain's doing his lurking A. And what happens is Henny's over here taking some weird peek, who the fuck knows. And Alu at mid gets the kill or gets the leg on Henny and then nades him. So once he gets that kill cat, he knows at least, unless there's another guy there somehow, but he at least assumes we got the kill cat. We have 4 of us here at mid. We have Rain at A. If we go up connector right now, we have our backs cleared since we killed the cat guy, and we can overpower the fuck out of these 2 guys playing A. Because you would assume that there's going to be at least one B guarding the site, and one who's like rotating either window, jungle, or CT. So that was the logic behind it. It was a really good play. Individual wise from Alu to get that pick is huge, especially after like Henny had a big round on cat. He was probably super confident, and Ali just shut him down. But life goes on. Immortals has enough money for last round. See what they do. So it's gonna be more of the default. Looks like they drop bomb. Interesting that Ali's going to be halls. Oh, he's going to underpass. Okay. So aizy just has a tech 9. I'm assuming they're gonna smoke some stuff out and get him somewhere to entry. Does connector flash? They also smoked top connector, but you can see right now there's 1 minute and 20 seconds left. FaZe has no utility left. They've thrown everything they have. This is the only time they have to make a play. And you can see Bomb's walking A by himself right now. It's Kyoshima. He's over here. And they have 3 people mid. So Kerrigan got up cat. Steel pushes B and goes underpass. That's a huge play from him. And it's a really selfless play from him too after he gets that kill to just run back. They have the numbers. They have 5 people alive, 3 with low health. There's no reason for him to push out, die, or get hurt at all. He's just like, I got the kill, I'm gonna run back. So, really good play from Immortals, like really safe play. It's crazy too, because Phelps is like the newer player on their roster, you know? And he's like the one that got cut, quote unquote, from SK. But maybe it's just because he has a chip on his shoulder or something. He plays extremely smart Counter-Strike. He's kind of like, I feel like he's like the automatic of Immortals, you know? If that makes sense. Okay, so halftime break, blah 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 blah. Oh shit, I skipped pistol. Are the volumes and stuff okay? I don't know if anyone's watching, but I think the volume should be alright for this. I haven't used this mic before, so. Turn the volume up a little bit. Okay. Sorry, just restarting the pistol. It's pretty crazy half though. Immortals like messed up a lot. FaZe could have had way more rounds. But all in all, like they did a good job. Rain did a really good job of working A. He found some openings there. aizy went mid pretty much every round except for a few of the underpass rounds that he went. Then Keo was just doing the same thing B a lot, and they just really just FaZe just used the like mid control and what information Immortals was giving them to decide what plays they were gonna make. What was good though, I feel like if I was FaZe, I would have done more fast plays, because like their third buy round, for instance, when Immortals had 3 guns, 2 SMGs, and they were like almost full buy. And yeah, it was only 3rd round, so maybe they didn't have so much nades and stuff like that. But when FaZe just ran out A, basically, with like an aizy mid by himself, that was a huge play. And it like caught Immortals really off guard. The change of pace really messed with them, and I feel like the rest of that half, FaZe could have had more rounds, even if it was just like a cheese play. If it meant changing like the speed of the round, then I feel like it would have helped them out more. But they did a good job, obviously. You know, 7 rounds on CT side, you can't complain. Or sorry, on 7 rounds on T side. All right, just around. Aizy creeps at mid. Ali's like helping him spot it. I remember this. Sees him. Boop. There goes your head. Teammate calls out to underpass. Another big kill. He and his one got a connector. Yeah, him spotting that head on Phelps or on Bolts at mid ramp was huge. And Keo also has a huge kill. I'm pretty sure they split 3 and 2 kills on this. Yeah. So aizy gets 2 mid. Keo kills 3A. Easy shutdown for FaZe. That's a good play though. I mean, a lot of times, especially on pistol rounds, and because Mirage is kind of a distance map, it's a good idea for if Immortals isn't throwing any smokes or any flashes mid, not showing you anything, there's no reason not to walk up. And you don't always want to run up, because if they're sitting T-spawn or A ramp with smokes and stuff like that, they'll hear you, and you'll give them the information that you know that they're not there, which you don't always want. You want to keep them guessing of what you're doing and what you know. And FaZe just walking in mid, or aizy just walking in mid like that and one-clicking Bolts is because Bolts didn't know there's a guy already up there. So as soon as he went to go start jiggle peeking mid, he was already like getting peeked on, and when he came to re-peek, just got insta one-tapped. So Immortals second round goes for a full buy. They have no plant, so this is like all their money. Henny saves 800 for the op. Slow ass anti-eco round. Well, not really an anti-eco round, but you know what I mean. I wonder if Bolt's meant to type Y. Phelps gets Alu. Button window. Keo knows he's there though. I remember watching that in the stream. So yeah. I mean, aizy knows that Alu died window, so he's mainly just waiting here. Rain's lit under Balk. So spots him in the ramp, spots him connector, saves Rain's life, kills both their ramp guys, and he knows one's connector still, so look over there. It's a nice hold. Really good anti-eco from them. They even, like, it's especially because they lose one guy mid at the very middle of the map, which usually disrupts a lot more. But aizy and Rain crossfire, and aizy saves it because Rain was lit, so if aizy didn't get those kills, would have been a much different round. You can see fucking Immortals going in for some crazy palace push here. And Ali's gonna get fucked over. Oh my god. So aizy goes for more anti-ecos. Gets the molly kill, gets the spam kill. Okay. So I mean, part of his high ADR is obviously from these anti-eco kills. But you can see like his role on the team is to be an aimer. They send him mid a lot every gun round at T side. They send him underpass to go get picks. Jeez, he was super aggressive. Sees they're setting up for smoke, smokes off palace. At this point, your teammates killed one mid and then died. You don't have a lot of info. He's just kind of playing the floater spot now. He has teammates at each site. He knows they're mid. Just gonna get left side window and try and make a late play. He should be letting Rain know, obviously, that they can walk up connector. But you can see he's just sitting sandwich waiting. Rain's actually about to get pinched on by 2 people, but it's Rain, so who knows? Oof. And he was waiting for that. Let's see what Rain does. Can he do it? Gets 1 kill. Damn, that's close. Yeah, I don't remember what happens here. Damn. Henny at the place. Oh my god, he almost actually won that. Yo, what's up, Sam? How's it going, dude? Alright, so they lost, but they stayed alive a lot the first 3 rounds. It's the only round they've lost this half, so they actually have some money. aizy gets an op, gets the kill on Henny, which is really, really good. aizy comes out to peek mid to help him. Yeah, that's really, like, again, that's really good discipline by aizy. He goes mid, doesn't see a kill, like, available right away, and just goes right back on a connector. Doesn't overstay his welcome in mid, doesn't overpeak. Just goes back to A and helps Rain. He knows that aizy's like basically disabled from utility anyway. Damn. That sucks. I mean, he was waiting for that angle specifically and got killed by it, so it is what it is. He was doing his job though. It's just having to hit that shot, and it's not the easiest shot either. They always have, like, it's a powerful angle for T's, because when you're sitting. Okay, if we look, aizy was here at window, right? Got smoked off. aizy, you know, aizy gets the kill on Henny top mid. aizy comes down here, peeks, doesn't see anything, goes back to A, and then goes and sits over here, more or less. And Rain sitting up here, sitting under balk, chilling. And then aizy gets smoked off here. So the only way they can really go and pinch A is through connector, and aizy just takes that fight. And you know, if you don't win the battle, then you know, in the battle. It's just a 1v1 angle. So they lose 2 in a row, or no, they actually won that round. How many of them stayed alive? 2 of them, okay. So that's why their money's fucked up. They got 2 SMGs, force swept the other 2 rounds, or the other 2 people. And Rain just loves balcony, dude. 2-person fake by Immortals. They're calling no bomb. They're not coming in. aizy's going back. This is a good call. Rain gets no kills, dude. They have to know he plays there every single time. But luckily, aizy came back already, so his timing coming back was really, really strong. Bolts picks up the bomb, but aizy's gonna know he's not there. Yeah. Or maybe not. I don't know. Oh, now it does. Oh, I didn't see him. Come on, see him. There you go. That's the bomb too, so it's really good effort by Immortals. I mean, they cut it somewhat close with the force buy, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth. Because now FaZe's money is getting back to being pretty good. Immortals' money is pretty shit. Not the most worth. But again, really, really good by aizy. He came up, like, he listened to his teammates that were getting attacked B, and actually Immortals had 1 extra person helping the mid B fake, or helping the B fake, like the pinch, so it probably made it a little more convincing. But as soon as his teammates found out they weren't pushing in, they had no bomb, aizy started coming back. So even though Rain's playing this, like, predictable under balk spot that he's played however many rounds in a row, fucking 3, 4, 5 rounds in a row, They go down and they pre-fire him. They go to check him right away. But because aizy had already rotated back from B already, because he knew that bomb was in B, he rotated back to A to go help Rain. He was able to make that trade right away on the bomber and then keep that guy from planting. So not only did he stop them from planting the bomb and kill the guy, he actually prevented them from getting like a bunch of money that they would have got this round. So it forces Immortals into a full save again with, you know, a couple of P250s, but that's about it. And everyone's just watching their spots getting easy kills. I mean, not much to say about that round. But I'll definitely say that the part of the main reason that they had to save there was literally because of aizy. If you think about it, he stopped the plant, he got the kill, and then he held that guy to sandwich instead of letting him go to like front or triple or anything like that. Yeah, they would have had to eco one. I just think sometimes you want to save more money for utility. That's true, Sam. That's true. Alright, so obviously they know it's a full buy from Immortals. It's a really risky pick by aizy. Just because no one's watching mid. I mean, I'll use the mid player. And you can see he was all the way over here at jungle. So there is a smoke there, but it was obvious that they could see over the top of it. So pretty risky from him, but he lives. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Yeah, and Rain's just like the king of A site. He just loves lurking A, loves fucking camping A. Sitting in one spot the whole round and just waiting. He just loves A. But you need someone like that at both sites all the time, so it's important. So Immortals got mid control. They literally have 3 people mid, don't they? Yeah, like sitting under here. I'm Phelps up top watching window. So they have mid control. I have to see what I think. Yeah, I remember that, watching that on stream actually. Alu hid and Phelps jumps down window and doesn't even check that angle. So he assumes they left already. It's a really smart play by him. I remember it stressed Phelps out really bad. So they know aizy's here, but he's waiting for Kerrigan kind of more or less. And that's a huge kill from him, dude. Jesus Christ. Just matches. So watch that round again. This is huge, man. It's 13, like, it's 13-9 this round. If FaZe loses, it's 13-10, and their money's fucked, and Immortals is back in the game on the economy side. If they win, their money's buffed because they have 2 guys living with guns, they won the round. And on top of that, they hurt Immortals' money. No bomb plant, no nothing. So that's fucking huge, man. That's a big round to win. Immortals fucked it up. I remember watching like the E-League stream when this was happening, and afterwards, like after Phelps jumped down like window and got killed by Alu in the back, he was face palming like oh the whole time because you know it's a high pressure round. It's gotta suck to have that shit happen to you. So they go over and check A ramp. They see one. I mean, they know that one lurks A ramp always. So obviously this is why Rain does this this lurking thing. So. There is a peek from aizy, he gets lit. What's cool too is the reason that Bolts knows that aizy's here this whole time is because Phelps saw him right there at that part of the round. So Phelps let Bolts know there's a guy ticket or triple. I heard him. But aizy just rapes Bolts. It's crazy. That peek and the aim is just too strong, man. So you can see right here, Phelps from his POV. They sit here forever. So I mean, the logic behind this is there's no way that there'd be a guy here for this long without anyone seeing him or him making noise or anything. They just can't see him because his barrel's up there. It's a really nice angle. So Phelps jumps over and is like, oh well, gonna play this, and just instantly gets them in the back. And they know these guys are coming up. They know that they gave them mid control. So really strong play. So aizy actually shot at Bolts right there. Didn't hit him at all and gave away his position. You can see Steel's tapping the ticket booth, but as soon as Kerrigan flashes, man, that's a very, very, very good play. Counter-terrorists win. Yeah. And it didn't. Kerrigan's flash didn't get the guy that he killed. It didn't get bolts. It got steel. Steel was over here, facing this way, shooting ticket booth. Pop, 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 pop. He comes over here, and I think he wasn't even looking at the flash. But the fact that this flash pops and this all happens for bolts, that's like at least a little bit distracting. He's over here. He's wide peeking out to kill aizy and CT, and then he's hearing all this like poop and like shooting over here. So it's gonna be a little bit distracting for him. He has to deal with that. It's a really good play by those two. Kerrigan with the flash and aizy with the aim. So Immortals timeout. They're on their last legs. But like I said before, Immortals is one of those teams that you're never like, they're never out till they're out. They'll scrap together some crazy shit. So yeah, I mean you can see Immortals just try to make like a quick play. They saved. Not much. Alright. So again, they don't have anyone mid. You can see, I think Ali's playing B now. I think. Yeah, he's opting B halls, looking for the cross, like the peek on B. And they have two play cat. Kyo goes to ladder and plays this angle, and then aizy's just playing connector. It's a pretty good setup. I mean, obviously they're expecting a mid and B hit. If they do play A, then Range is playing playing full retake A, or whoever this is. Sorry, Kerrigan. So he's playing full retake A, not anymore, but while they're all playing mid. Gets a kill on bolts. Oh, but the other three with bomber going B. So aizy's this full rotator right here. Whew. Really close. Really good play from him. Him killing Henny's huge because he kills the above angle. He knows that. I think Kerrigan. Oh no, he didn't win this actually. He lost. Remember one round he got like 2 star headshots somewhere. Yeah, you can see that like Kyo, aizy, and Rain are all doing a lot of work frag wise, but aizy just had a ton of ADR. Such a strong play from him. He knows that like Kyo's playing ladder, probably calling to him, but aizy's known that Phelps likes to do that, and the Immortals likes to use cat and ladder and the cat railing to jump window and everything. So using that smoke, he kind of uses it to his advantage. It's really, really smart. And even though he got those 2 kills, Immortals takes A. And that's that. See, actually, once he got the second kill, he turned to A, and the guy was already triple. Shot him in the back. Well, in the side. Sucks. So they're forced to save, or at least half buy. They have pistols and body armor. They'll probably pistol body armor 2 rounds, and then buy the 29th round or whatever it is. Those pop flash. And again, they know that Immortals loves to use connector and cat and middle, so once they clear the ramp push, they immediately go to set up for that. Basically, it's limited deagle shots. I mean, baits for Rain, so Rain gets a free kill right there. I think they lost. Did they lose on the eco? Because doesn't one of them pick up a AK? Like one of FaZe picks up an AK? Yep. Rain gets it. That's huge, that trade. Like aizy going up to Rain. I'm sure Rain probably said something, but him going up behind Rain like that, getting ready for the insta trade is huge. So he gets free trade. They know one's top mid. They're looking for the second guy, but you can see Ali's like flanking B hall, so they probably already know. Actually, they don't. He's going to T-spawn, but they're gonna pinch Henny anyway. So steal doesn't really matter at this point. They're just focusing on them. See this for fun. Haha. Okay, then steal kills Kerrigan, so they know where he is. And aizy gets one tap on steal, I'm pretty sure. Cool. So, I don't know, in conclusion, it was just a really good game from FaZe. They held it together. You can see the rounds were super spread apart. They won. They had the third round bye. That was huge. The fast A round that they had. The rest of that half, they ground out a bunch of rounds and screwed over Immortals' money right there. So it got them a bunch of eco rounds, and they won the gun round in between. So that was huge for them as well. And then the eco after that, obviously. But second half, you can see they just didn't they won the rounds they needed to win. They got the first 3 rounds, got the first gun round, and then after that lost 1 round, but immediately got the second round after that. If they lose this round right here, it makes it a lot harder for them the rest of that half, and probably a lot closer of a game. So the fact that they came back and won that, and then 5 in a row, is just huge. And you can see these right here, they kept the numbers for a lot of them. They had 3 alive, 5 alive, 2 alive, 3 alive. It never got down to like 1-on-1s, or maybe a couple times 2-on-2s, but they were able to save a lot of money that way and use a lot more 2 SMG, 3 rifle setups instead of they barely ever had ops. I think they had them 2 rounds. So, and for Immortals, it's just a bunch of, I don't know, strange decisions, weird timings, but I don't know. aizy played really well. Obviously, he had some anti-eco kills at the beginning, but he's more or less, you can tell why he's so consistent. He's very, very safe when he plays. When he aggresses, it's all calculated. He's going when his team tells him to, or when he's reacting off his team. So, yeah.